They're really good, but sometimes they get the credit because they score in the goals and they make it teams really difficult. But I think you have more players who help them to accelerate so that they can perform. A lot of people forget that other people does dirty work so they can attack and everything. So for me, it's more as a team, collective, that everyone does it good instead of only speaking about those three. Well, of course, they are wonderful, but I think Liverpool is more than only Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino and Salah.
I guess that's the whole team ethic, isn't it? That the team is the team, but you need people at the sharp end just to...
Yes, of course, you need people at the sharp, but this season or back line is a lot of times they get a lot of criticism, but I think also a lot of times they did it well for us, while we didn't play well and they saved us in games. And there is no one who speaks about that because, the front three or the players who play of midfield or front, they score the goals, so we win. But I think also the defenders did a good job. So that's something we must not forget.
Just on Salah, people are saying now that it'll be either him or Kevin De Bruyne who wins Footballer of the Year. What's your view on that?
Fair enough to say that. I think he had a wonderful year. Same about Kevin De Bruyne. I think Mo Salah scored a lot of goals. Kevin De Bruyne scored goals and give a lot of assists. So they are both important for their team. So I think fair enough that one of those two win it. I think even Kane can win it also. So you have a lot of players who can win it.
Now, the Footballers Award, the PFA Award, you have to vote for that, but you can't vote for your teammate. So have you voted yet?
No, not yet.
Who you vote for?
If I have to choose.
But you can't vote for a teammate, so...
No, probably De Bruyne or Kane. I think they have a good season.
Is it an exciting change or is it a difficult time for Dutch football, missing out on the World Cup?
I think both. Exciting change because it's a manager who I think who trains a lot of teams. Everyone in Holland has respect for him. I think in Holland he did it well with Feyenoord. When Feyenoord was in a difficult time, they couldn't buy players and everything, and he still finished 2 times second and 1 time third in the league. So it was already one time. It was already close that he's going to be the manager of the Dutch team, but things went different. So in that case, it's an excited period for us because we can start over now with a new manager, so fresh start. And of course, it's also a difficult period because we didn't qualify for the Euros. After that, we didn't qualify for the World Cup. So of course, it's going to be really difficult, not only for the players but for all of the people in Holland because we're used to play tournaments and now we didn't qualify for 2 in a row, so that's also difficult.
I mean, you reached 2 World Cup semi-finals in a row. You played last time in the Louis van Gaal.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be some young players came through. So what happened? What went wrong?
It's difficult to say what went wrong. First of all, Louis van Gaal left. At that time, there were a few managers who couldn't take the job. The Dutch team chose for Guus Hiddink, what was, in my opinion, I think an excellent choice at that time. He's different than Louis van Gaal. Louis van Gaal is, I'd say.
He's a teacher, isn't he?
Yeah, something like a teacher. He pay attention on everything what you do. And Guus Hiddink is more, he leaves more to the players. You're more free than Van Gaal.
What's your favourite approach?
I to be fair, I work with both of them pretty well. And for me, I was sad when Van Gaal left the national team, but I was also sad when Guus Hiddink left because I could have worked with both really good. But I think in that time when Gus Hiddink came, I think we as team needed more a manager like Van Gaal because we had young players, and I think we don't do well with the responsibilities he gave us, you know, and I think we were too free.
So Van Gaal would have been a better structure, would have encouraged.
Yeah, I think it was better at that time because we had a lot of young players, and I think if you have more older players, I think a manager like Gus Hiddink is the better option. But because we had young players and we were used to how Van Gaal work with us, I think that's why it was difficult for us as a team. But I think that has nothing to do with the manager because he's a good manager, and I think he showed it everywhere. Only we as team were not capable of dealing with it.
England, are they going to win the World Cup or are they going to disappoint everybody again?
I don't know, but they have a team to win the World Cup. That's
Really?
for sure. Yeah, of course. Of course, you have a lot of good teams. You have like French, Brazil, Spain.
Maybe not then.
Yeah, maybe not. But if you look at the squad, they have a lot of players who play in the top of the Premier League. So.